This is a video essay. More specifically, a video essay on an obscure fictional character, originating from the internationally renowned franchise, Charles M. Schulz's Peanuts. Or the one with Snoopy in it, you know them. So, who is this kid? How did he come to be? And why should I waste 10 minutes of my life watching a video about him? Well, for starters, it's probably best to begin with the name. Thibault. In itself an obscure name as expressed by Charlie Brown on Thibault's debut strip, first published on the 4th of June, 1970. Tibo? Tibo? Pronounced Tibo, it hails Germanic origins to the name Theobald, which roughly translates to brave people. So, make of that as you wish. The character was conceived by Charles M. Schulz and inspired, concerning his name and hairstyle at the very least, by a pal of his name, Roland Thibault, who also sported prominent sideburns, and happens to have a last name that is the same of the name of the kid that this video is all about. As far as appearances go, there isn't much to speak of. His most recognizable feature, of course, being his hair. The classic, disheveled, 70s greaser-esque cut, with sideburns that trail just past his earlobes, a dense cluster that falls down the nape of his neck before flicking up, and a fringe that stays fixed whilst protruding over his face. From his side profile, we can observe he has a rather weak chin, for his lower jaw struggles to meet his upper lip whenever he frowns, which is a common sight, mind you. And he also has a really derpy pout. I mean, look at that thing. Moreover, he is considerably shorter than the likes of Peppermint Patty and Charlie Brown in his introductory strips, though he does grow rapidly taller as the strip progresses, his stature equaling that of Marcie's when standing toe-to-toe with her in a strip published a little more than 3 years following his debut. Though, it goes without being said, his hair does accentuate his height. And with that being said, there really isn't much else to comment on his outwardly appearance, so let's move on to his persona. In short, he is a menace. A social atom bomb through and through. Now, I hate to sound like one of those censorious teachers during a parents-teacher conference or something, but nothing could be further from a lie. According to the Peanuts official website, he is outlined as a pugnacious and argumentative kid. Personally, I hate to grift off of readily available stuff because you could just go and acquire it yourself, you don't have to watch the video, but that description sums him up perfectly. Though, I personally would have added one more adjective to his profile. Chauvinistic. Naturally, you may be wondering how one could criticize a kid so mercilessly, because, well, he's a child. He can't be more than 5 or 6, I mean he's 3 foot nothing. And to that end, it is important to break down all his appearances in the strip. Speaking of which, Tibo, being a minor character, only ever made a handful of appearances, though they were more than enough to get the point across. Believe me. Tibo was the subject of 2 storylines, both of which were adapted in the 7th episode of the Charlie Brown and Snoopy show. And yes, they spelt his name wrong. Or, at least I hope they did. The first story opens with Charlie Brown receiving a phone call from Peppermint Patty, who rings Chuck to ask if he could spare her a baseball glove.
Our team has a ball game today, but one of our players is going to be missing. And I thought...
You mean you want me to play for your team?
I just wanted to know if we could borrow your glove.
Strangely, Charlie Brown, with no hesitation whatsoever, walks all the way across town to pass her the glove, to the objection of Lucy and Sally.
Peppermint Patty's team needs it.
Then why don't they ask you to play?
They don't need me, they need my glove.
Then let her come and get it herself.
I'm just trying to be nice.
Good luck with the world.
Having given the glove to Peppermint Patty, who doesn't even say thank you.
Gee, Chuck, where you been? Our game is ready to go. Did you bring the glove? Nice shot.
Wow, grateful much, huh? Peppermint Patty passes it to Tibo, who makes his first appearance on the strip.
Give it to Tibo. He's the one who doesn't have a glove.
Tibo?
Get out there, Tibo, and show him how it's done. You can watch the game from over there, Chuck. Wish us luck.
Tibo?
Leaving Charlie Brown baffled by such a unique name. Peppermint Patty's team happens to win the game, but Thibault refuses to return Charlie Brown his glove, whilst dismissing Peppermint Patty's orders, even going so far as to instigate a fight against both Charlie Brown and Peppermint Patty over the glove.
How about that? Didn't I tell you I had a great team? glove, Tibo.
I'll fight him for it.
Oh, good grief.
If he wants his glove back, let him come and get it.
Tibo, you're being unreasonable.
What's the matter, kid? Are you afraid to fight me?
I...
Okay, then I'll just keep your glove.
Tibo, you give him back that glove.
I'll fight you both. Come on, I'm not afraid.
And Charlie Brown, being the wishy-washy chump he is, mistakes one of Tibo's jests as a compliment and indirectly gives Tibo the glove to the confusion of both Tibo and Peppermint Patty, and probably you too.
You come around here thinking you're better than us.
Me? Me? Better than someone else? Me? I can't believe it. He thinks that I think I'm better than he is. That's the best thing anyone has ever said to me. Keep the glove, Tibo. You've done me a great favor.
I don't understand you, Chuck.
You sure know some weird people.
You think he's weird? You should see his big nose.
I'm sorry, but I don't think even Charlie Brown is this big of a pushover. To recap, he gets coaxed into walking across town to bring a glove to a backyard baseball game that he doesn't even get to play in. And then he gets talked down to by a 4-year-old, and instead of standing up for himself, he simply relinquishes his glove because he thought the guy gave him a compliment. The same guy who challenged him to a fight seconds prior? As you can gather, Tibo's impudence overrides all, his brash personality compensating for his timid stature. Following this incident, Tibo falls absent from the strip, only to reappear again on the 30th of July, 1973. This time, even more disagreeable than precedented. Again taking place on the baseball field, Tibo begins by airing his grievances to Peppermint Patty regarding his indisposition to play alongside Marcie. Due to her being a girl, Peppermint Patty rightfully tears into Tibo, threatening to shred him, which appears to do a number on him, for his character-defining frown and grimace disappears, mutating into a concerned, worrisome expression. However, Peppermint Patty's threat seems to dissuade him only temporarily, as he soon reverts to disparaging Marcie, all the while spewing hateful, misogynistic remarks.
If Mr. Tibo doesn't want me to play, maybe I shouldn't.
I'll say you shouldn't. Baseball is a boys' game. You're just a stupid girl. Why don't you go home?
I can't go home, Mr. Tibo, because I'd be all alone. My dad is out of town, and my mother is at her office designing a new freeway.
Why do you wear those stupid-looking glasses? You don't need glasses to scrub floors or do dishes or make beds.
Speaking of glasses, mine are beginning to steam up.
Initially, Marcie finds Tibo's comments intimidating and hurtful, but as the story progresses, and upon further provocation, she finally snaps out of her disquiet and finds the nerve to admonish Tibo over his insolence.
Play baseball for anyway. Girls should learn their proper place.
Hey, you're kicking dirt on my shoes. Sir, your second baseman has offended me beyond endurance. Can you stop the game for a minute? Time out! All right, Tibo, this is it. Now look here, you cement-headed, male chauvinist dummy.
The conflict ends with Marcie dishing a slap that literally knocks Tibo off his feet, backflipping and everything. Unfortunately, this wasn't recreated in the episode, I assume as to not promote violence or something along those lines, which leaves to the imagination on how Marcie's slap would have looked like on tape.
If you say one word, I'm going to belt you right across the chops.
Oh?
That was one word.
The story along with Tibo's... I'm sorry, man, but I had to feature that Vine, alright? It's the first thing that came to my mind when I thought of a meme of a guy getting slapped in the face by a girl, alright? I'm sorry. Now where was I? The story, along with Tibo's tenure on the strip, ends with Tibo sluggishly stumbling off the field, dazed and defeated, never to be seen again, as far as the comic strip is concerned. Ignoring 1993. Of course, he does reappear in other Peanuts-related media, usually as a background character, speaking the odd line in that corrosive tone of his.
Sweet baboo.
So much for elegance.
Simply existing, barely, in the realm of Charlie Brown and Peanuts. Having villainized him for the past, 5 minutes, you may be wondering why conduct a video report on such a negligible, detestable character that even the biggest Peanuts devotee can hardly remember. What are we, the audience, supposed to derive from this video about some fictional kid? What's the point? This character, Tibo, I'm sure was envisioned by Charles M. Schulz to exclusively be an antagonist, nothing more. And in his handful of appearances, he served that purpose. He acted like an asshole and got his comeuppance. Outside of Thibault's set appearances, there's hardly anything else to touch upon. He plays second base, as stated by Peppermint Patty on his final comic strip, which suggests that he probably isn't a great hitter, but more defensively valuable, in terms of, fielding grounders, turning double plays, and you don't care about that stuff, don't you? He plays golf. Not sure how keen he is, but he must be pretty decent, considering he was able to stand toe-to-toe with the world-famous golf pro in his school's golf tournament. He also knows how to ride a bicycle. I give up. His most notable, defining moment is being slapped in the face. But just how defining was this moment? For the kid, this video revolves around. Very. Because from here thereafter, Thibault experiences the most minute of character development. But character development nonetheless. Call me pedantic, but you see, he largely retains the same characteristics in his meager cameos. The hair, the jawline, or lack of, his temperament and abrasive demeanor. But his chauvinistic tendencies, they've been left behind. How did that come about? It's anyone's guess how influential Marcie's intervention really was, and it's a solid argument that political correctness had the larger say on his shift in ideology. But I honestly believe that that lone jab by Marcie represented a turning point in Thibault's life. Sure, the pain left him in a daze, half concussed maybe, but more crucially, her punch was just as powerful and potent as a punch he imagined a man could throw. Perhaps inducing a revelation that maybe he wasn't any physically stronger than Marcie. Maybe there was no superiority between men and women. So what right did he have to speak so condescendingly to Marcie, or any woman for that matter? And upon that epiphany, his misogyny was put to rest. Of course, he's not totally reformed by any stretch, whether it be reveling in the misfortune of others, or haphazardly spilling golf balls at the Peanuts gang, purely for his entertainment. He's still that disagreeable brat. In fact, he potentially still harbors some resentment for Marcie.
Excuse me, I need to talk to the lunch lady. I think I know. No, Badinsky!
I cannot tell you what he just said, but judging from Marcie's less than pleasant reaction, it probably wasn't worth transcribing. The point is, everyone has the capacity to change. Sure, some may be more stubborn or defiant than others. Tibo in particular took a real kick in the pants, or more accurately, a slap in the face, to knock some sense into him and rid himself of his patriarchy, for the better of everyone around him, and, above all, himself. He's no longer a chauvinist. I suppose that's why there's no mention of that on his character profile. He finally got that monkey off his back. To conclude, Thibault in my eyes is a testament to the fact that anyone can change for the better. It just depends on their willingness to do so or how others help the cause. So, if you're still watching this video, and wish to reform or simply snap out of a habit or something, but you just feel so hopeless, or you simply can't get your head around it, you can change. Because if Tibo, a character who was never intended to be anything more than just an ignorant, thick-headed kid, if he can change, so can you. Therefore, as Michael Jackson whispers at the end of his 1988 hit, Man in the Mirror, make that change. This is Tibo, signing off. And with that concludes my report. C-.